A very good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, whatever place it is you're tuned on to the Life Signatures Radio. Thank you so very much. If this is your first time to come into contact with this podcast, this is a daily podcast focusing on the subjects of purpose, productivity, and resilience. So it's teaching, it's motivation, it's inspiration, it's a virtual incubator for those three things. Every day we'll get maybe 10 minutes or 15 minutes, between 10 to 15 minutes of an episode talking about a subject matter. And right now we are in the middle of a series. We're talking about raising spirit-led children. We've been looking at how you can be able to do this, and there are two things we've been discussing. Today we're going to go into the third thing, and we're talking about you are not raising a spirit-led child if ... The first dot was if you do not teach them to cherish their inner compass. The second was if you do not teach them the importance of self-extraction. Today, we're going to look at the third thing. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the Life Signatures podcast with Lawrence Namale. Lawrence is a life coach, author, and keynote speaker who loves to tackle different topics on purpose, productivity, and resilience. His mission in life is to awaken all your boundless possibilities available in you. Life Signatures podcast is dedicated to bring to reality every single person who knows that deep down in their gut there's got to be more to life than this. And now, here is your host, Lawrence Namale.
As Ali said we need to do this particular recap and say, you are not raising a spirit-led child. Number one, if your focus is not on their inner compass. And this is a big mistake we do in the world today. We look at the outside of the child. We look at the curriculum that is available. We look at the world of jobs and the marketplace that is available today. And like I told you in the episode yesterday, the spirit knows what's going to be there 50 years from today. And that's why that child of yours comes with that particular gift that right now seems so weird to the world. And what do? You stifle it. You don't bank on it. You are not faithful to it. You don't extract it. What do? You pump them with information of what is available today. You go to schools, you take them to schools with the question, are there jobs for the course that they are taking? Those are the questions that our parents were asking the school administrators. Are there jobs with this course? Wrong question. We need to have the inner compass to be the beginning place. And if we have the inner compass of the beginning as the beginning place, number two, we need to teach them the importance of going in there in the inner compass and extracting themselves by themselves. This self-extraction is not something that you can bequeath to your parent and to your dad and to your mom or to your teacher. They have the potential to see whatever it is, but it is up to you to come to terms with who you are in the spirit, to extract yourself. There are very many tools we can be able to use on the internet, these personality profiles that are free of charge all over the place and so on, and by going through mentors and coaches and so on and through those processes. But you got to come to a place where you are looking at yourself in the mirror and you know who you are. That is self-extraction. We need to teach them to do this. Number three, you know you are not raising a spirit-led child if, number three, you do not nurture and nourish their creative capacities. This is big. This is huge. We are going to stay here for quite a while. Now, before I can go far, I need to make this distinction here. Sometimes we hear people normally say, I am a creative. And then it denotes that the rest of us are not, quote unquote, creatives. There is something that we can talk about that in that particular arena. But let me park that for a minute. Do you know what the Spirit is all about? If I talk about Spirit, what comes to your mind? Hopefully, life, thriving, creation, production, newness, solution, problem solving. Those are matters related to the Spirit. At the core of it all, Spirit is about creation. It is about making things happen. It's where there is Spirit, there is life. It is about the beauty that emanates from the tapestry of a unique blend of individuals' creative capacities. All of us have an element of our creative capacities. And I know sometimes back, long while back, maybe a few months back, when I was talking about the subject of work, that work is exemplified through creation. I don't want to go back there. But we make a mistake when we think that there are only a fraction of quote-unquote creatives on the earth, the so-called arts people. Whereas that is true, it is just but half the truth. The truth of the matter, though, is that all have capacity to create something. If anything, there is no human being that does not have the mandate and the capacity to create something. And if we are not teaching people this, we are not tapping into the Spirit. We are not tapping into the Spirit. Rigidity can kill the creative spirit. And we've already talked about this in the previous episode. It means that if we are raising Spirit-led children, we have to come to the core realization that they are creative inherently, regardless of their academic prowess. Now, the thing about the creative spirit is that we can easily stifle it. We can easily block it. We can easily put a lid on it. John Maxwell has a book called the Laws of Leadership, and one of the laws of leadership is the law of the lead. You can put a limit to the creative spirit of your child. We can actually kill it. We can render it redundant by our actions. And for the most part, our action that kills the spirit of creativity stems from the notion of wanting to follow a certain kind of traditional culture. Talked about this. We are more true to what is than what is in the invisible. We are more true to what is material, what has already been tried, proven, and tested, than to what we do not know, which is in the spirit of an individual child. We say this is how it's always been done. I mean, there's credit to that. It's always been done that way, and it has its results. But that doesn't mean that that's the way it will always be done all these years. In so doing, we silence that voice of the Spirit that, Spirit is not limited to what has already been done. If we are more faithful to what has been done, we are stifling the Spirit. Spirit is never silenced, or it's never served by what already exists. There can always be something new. So when we silence that voice of the Spirit, in so doing, we silence a voice or a spirit that thought something better or something new could come out. And we have done this as a human race. When someone suggested that the earth was not flat, what did we do? We castigated them, vilified them, called them names, had an inquisition or something, whatever it is that happened to them. These guys were only apologized to by Pope John II. But that's what we do. That's a good example of what we do. We do not want anything new. We do not want the voice of the Spirit. We want to be true to what we already know or what we think we know. The Spirit is about unpredictability. It's about the adventure of the unknown. A beautiful adventure of the unknown. Some of us, we are so stifled and so rigid. We think that trying to know what is not known is being rebellious to God. It is, we are branded very many things. And you know what? We still do that today with our children. We are so hell-bent on making sure that our children follow the laid-down procedures. There is a place for those. But then if that is standing in the way of Spirit, we are making a mistake. We are so hell-bent on making sure that our children follow the lay-down procedures of growth and development so that they can grow and just be like other children, to fit into a program that we ourselves followed as children when we were growing up. We are scared of the new. That's the thing. We are scared of the new. We are scared of that which we do not understand. We are scared of that which is uncertain. We are scared of that which is unpredictable. We are scared of the untested. We are scared of the uncharted territories. But you see, that is how the Spirit operates. That's the realm of the Spirit. It is uncharted. It is unpredictable. It is uncertain. It is untested. That's how it is. That is where the Spirit operates. It is not predictable. It is not uniform. It is not controlled. So we've got to learn how to foster the creativity of a particular child or a particular individual. The capacity to create. This is massive. It is major. If we can learn this from the get-go, the capacity to mess, to create, to attempt stuff. See, we punish children for making mistakes. I saw, like I told you in some episodes back, I saw what a friend of mine on Facebook wrote. It's called Tony Gobanga. He said, don't discipline your child over mistakes. Only rebellion. Mistakes are part of creation. Especially if you're a human being. You're not God. And the problem is when we are teaching these people up, when we're raising these people up, we do not want them to make a mistake. I said 1 + 1 is 2. And we whack them with a ruler on their knuckles. My friends, we are not raising Spirit-led children when we are not inculcating, we are not making creation to be a massive part of their continuous growth. It's going to cost us a lot. They're going to break some things here and there, but that's the part. It's part of the process. We've got to allow that to work. Tomorrow we're going to go deeper onto this thing of creation. Until then, bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Life Signatures Radio. If you enjoyed today's show, subscribe to Life Signatures Radio on iTunes, Stitcher, or visit our website at lifesignatures.libsyn.com. Life Signatures Radio, fresh, clean, and inspiring.